You know, people, obviously I'm a Raider fan, and I have a lot of Raider friends that want me to talk about the Raiders, but also I have a lot of people asking me about Tebow, want me to talk about Tebow. So here's coming from a perspective, I'm going to talk about both. First, let me tell my 2 cents on the Raiders. The reason I think that Hugh Jackson got fired, I think Detroit game. You had a 13-point lead with 5 minutes left in the game. And what'd you do? You lose the game. That cost you the playoffs. Right now, you'd be playing New England this weekend. What can I say? Here's the thing. I don't know why you didn't go for 2 in that game. 12 or 13, same amount. You got to go for 2 when you got that touchdown at the end. And then with 2 minutes 36 left in the game, the other team has no timeouts. You're throwing the ball deep? Come on, you got to run the ball. Let the clock go down to the 2-minute warning. Now, if there's 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the game, you can throw the ball. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the 2-minute warning. And then the third thing in that game, you let why is McClain even in the game when they have no timeouts and Calvin Johnson is covering? I mean, that to me is why I think you lost your job, Huey. I'm sorry. But what can I say? I like it in the GM. We need a GM. We haven't had a GM since we went to the Super Bowl way back when we had Bruce Allen. But the thing is, it looks like Al Davis' son, it's like we got Tommy Boy running the team. I mean, what is this? But, it's like the problem with Hugh is he was trying to build a bully. All the bully got us was more penalties in the history of the game. I mean, I want a team with brains, not so much bullying. We don't need to build a bully. Build a team with brains, okay? The offense scored 26 points a game. I didn't agree with everything Jackson did, but I would have given him another year. I mean, I'm tired of rotating coaches every year, people. Come on, we got to give this guy more than a year. I mean, they scored 26 points a game. The offense wasn't the problem. The defense is the problem. They can't stop the run. They haven't been able to stop the run for 9 freaking years now. What are we doing? So, that being said, okay, now on to Mr. Tebow. Okay, everyone's all excited about Tebow. Let me tell you something about Tebow. You know what? For all the fathers out there that have sons, our daughters, fathers and mothers, moms and dads that have sons and daughters. Okay, I finally got that out. You want role models. Who's more of a role model than Tim Tebow or Taylor Swift? I mean, seriously, just think about it. I've never seen a man get vilified because he's a Christian and he prays. Is that what our society's all about? Is that where we've come from now, people? I mean, a guy who's doing good and we want to vilify him and tear him up. You got this maggot Bill Maher, this gutless little vile human being that made fun of Palin's kid, her handicapped child. He's making fun of her, the little child. Are you kidding me? This gutless squirrel cockroach of a man? Why, because he's on HBO, he's a big shit? This guy is a gutless little lizard. That's right. I'm sorry for not being civil. But this guy, for what he says about a little child, makes me sick. And then he goes after a Christian, Tim Tebow. Why? Because the guy's a good human being? I mean, obviously, like I said, I'm a Raider fan, people. But the guy's a good human being. What's wrong with that in our society? Because he prays? Now, if he was a radical preaching, we'd love him then, right? Oh, that'd be okay. We'd okay with that, huh? What about people like Pac-Man Jones? Michael Vick murders dogs. How about Sam Hurd? He's out there selling drugs. He got busted this year. You figure what Michael Irvin did? How about Ray Caruth? Do you remember him, people? Carolina wide receiver from Sacramento. He had his girlfriend murdered. He's in prison right now. Yeah, we don't want to talk about those stories, but we want to vilify Tim Tebow. Oh, is Tebow? He's not selling drugs or raping women, robbing stores, throwing heroin on the side. Because he prays? We want to vilify him? This is despicable. This is despicable that people act like that. This guy is a role model for young kids. And Taylor Swift's a role model for young girls. Or would you rather be like Kardashian? How about Snooki, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan? These are more of role models than a girl like Taylor Swift, a nice girl. I mean, seriously. That's where our country's gone. We vilify a man for praying. Oh, that's so evil in society. I mean, seriously, people. How sick is our society where we have to get on this guy for this? And it's over and over and over, and they just don't let up on this man. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And let me tell you something, people. You radicals that are getting on this guy, it's just going to make him stronger and stronger and stronger. He's going to get a bigger fan base, more fans from other teams. I'm a Raider fan, people, and I'm rooting for him to win this weekend. What does that tell you? Huh? That tell you, Tebow time. My team's not in it, but you know what? To me, it's Tebow time, baby.